Add some more light. I think that's better. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thank you. Gosh, that's not very much. I thought it'd be more. Oh my gosh. I think that's a damn ice machine. Hey. Hey guys, thanks for coming in. Hey Nunu. Hey Sam Gloves. Hello. I knew that was gonna happen to me. I said I knew that was gonna happen. You know what, Sam? They're in the car. Sam, I was talking about you one day. I was like, I got gloves and you're nowhere to be found. Hey, Nunu, how you doing? Fan Princess, Sunflower, Kay, and Lexi. Hello, hi, how are you? Mr. Jummy. Hey, Mr. Jummy, how you doing? I'm having some Rotel. I made some Rotel for the whole Super Bowl thing last night, which was like, oh my gosh. Go Eagles, right? People are upset about that. They're upset. They're upset. Oh my gosh. But y'all know I'm a tennis fanatic, but I do, I mean, I like football. Having Gold Peak zero sugar sweet tea. Okay, so I literally just got off work. Y'all, I don't know what is going on in the world. I got some Quest chips. You never tried that? That tea is good. This tea tastes like it tastes like I brewed it myself and put it in the refrigerator. I'm not kidding. I love Gold Peak anyway. Like I love Gold Peak, like their peach, their raspberry. They have like obviously the regular tea, but this zero sugar is good. Like I don't know. Like I've always like diet and no sugar and all that type stuff. So maybe like I know I can tell. I know I can't tell the difference, but maybe you can. But it's good. It's really good. But I got some Quest chips and I got this Rotel. Actually got. I'm just having a little bit. This is the first thing I've eaten all day. First thing I've eaten all day. I literally had like some of like like what one of these and one of my Adidas of water. Had to bring that from work because I keep leaving it at work, and then now I left my Adidas one at work. Oh, I'm gonna do the chili. I got Quest chips. I got chili lime, and I'm gonna have it. I tried the Quest chips, the spicy chili lime and taco. Have you tried them? What'd you think about them? Tell me your honest opinion, Nunu. Did you like them? No. Nunu. Mr. Jummy. Sam. Lexi. All of y'all. Like, you know what? I'm so burnt out. I need y'all advice. I need y'all advice. I'm not playing. Like, I love what I do. I love waking up and going to work. I love applying myself, but I'm so stressed. I'm completely stressed. I'm being so honest. You know, just stressed. And I know, like, I can manage my stress well, but what just happened to me today, literally, like, really moments ago, it bothered me. You know, it put me in a very difficult situation. Hey, Austin Melvin. This is so good. You know what, Alvin? I feel like I've been saying this. I've been saying this not a whole lot, but I've been saying it. I've been better. I have been better. I mean, I know life is filled with ups and downs, but I think I'm just like over. I'm so tired of people not. I'm so tired of people not doing what they're supposed to do or not applying themselves. And then I'm tired of management like babysitting, you know, and allowing for these things to happen. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I've been better. I mean, I'm not like I have not lost my mind. Okay, I don't want nobody stressing. I ain't lost my mind. You know, I'm just going through different things, and I'm asking myself like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, did I do something wrong? Did I help out when I was supposed to? Did I bring enough? Like, I don't know. I start to just think like ideas and thoughts and things, and it's like I really don't think it's me. Like, it can be me sometimes, but I don't think this is me. Like, honestly, I'm not making this up. I've already documented it. I was in the car before I walked upstairs. I wrote down some things because here's the deal. Okay, for instance, today has been crazy busy, right? Well, the last 3-4 weeks have been like crazy busy. Y'all know what I say, busy and blessed. it's a blessing to be busy. Like if there's no surgical cases, I'm without work. I'm not gonna make money. I'm not like okay, I can't afford the things that I have, whatever, right? But when it gets to a point where you're burning people out or you're having like a crazy amount of call-ins, people are quitting, people are getting fired, people are snapping, like honestly. Um, and again, I stay in my lane. But when the drama and the craziness gets in my lane, I have to make sure that I'm okay, and I have to make sure that let me say it like this: I have to defend myself at every cost. I have to because if I don't, who will? You said I feel you with the work situation. I'm going through. Um, so BS. I'm trying hard not to lose my job. Wow. You're going through a lot of BS too. I know, right? I know. Thank you, Alvin. I'm gonna keep my head up. At least I'm trying to. So, I know some of y'all watching in the background. That's fine. Just give me a thumbs up. Give thumbs up the video if you don't do anything else. But let me tell y'all what happened. Okay. I'll talk about this and I'll talk about other stuff too. But this is like this is like the focal point. This is like really stressed me. So, we knew today was going to be crazy busy. Really, Mondays are busy anyway. We knew it was going to be crazy busy. Now, granted, people call in to work, right? They call in to work. Now you have to call in within 2 hours of your shift. So if your shift starts at 7 o'clock, you have to call the hotline number to the job by 5 o'clock. Okay? Because it's really, it's frowned upon when you call like minutes before or whatever the case, right? So you have to pretty much call in advance. So yes, there's been people calling in to work and all that. That happened last week, week before last, today, whatever. Now, I get you can't really control that because you don't really know how much staff you have, but here's the deal. It's enough people, and this is my point. What is starting to happen is I know people are getting burnt out. So some people ain't coming to work, or some people come to work and they don't apply themselves like they need to. And that's just the God honest truth. I'm not making this up. So this is what ended up happening today. It was so busy. Immediately in the huddle, they're like, "Oh, if anybody can stay late, please stay late." Y'all know I've been on call. I've been staying late. My feet hurt. Like I haven't showered or anything yet. Because I'm going to do that when I get off of live and I'm going to relax. Like, I really have to relax. Because I'm like, I'm aching. My body is sore. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, I can't even, like, a couple of, I don't want to say friends, but a couple of my acquaintances and stuff, like, that I play tennis with, were like, bro, want to hit today. And I'm like, I don't even feel like playing tennis. Now, y'all know. I'm tired. I don't feel like playing tennis. Like I didn't even want to walk up the steps. Like for the first time in a long time, I was like, is there an elevator just to get to to the second floor? And I'm like, this is sad because I'm physically tired. I'm emotionally tired, but I'm physically tired. I'm not even kidding. So, hey Anna, hey Michael. So what ended up happening was that we know it's busy, right? Oh, if anybody can stay late, please stay late. We're gonna need people to stay late. If y'all know it's that is this. You know, you have people call in, which honest to God, it's still enough people to do work. But again, everybody's not applying themselves, right? If you know that, plan for that. Plan for it. Prepare for the storm. I don't get how am I in Florida where you have these tropical storms. You got a whole season for tornadoes, a whole season for hurricanes, and they prepare and they plan so beautifully here. But why the hell can't you plan for just a busy day in surgery, a busy week in surgery, a busy month in surgery? You know it's coming. So why don't you plan for it? I know some people say, well, Terrence, but what do you mean plan? I have a bachelor's in health administration, okay? Let me break it down, all right? I'm telling you, I can run this place. Now, what's going to end up happening, people going to start hating my ass. Like, if I were to run a hospital like this, they'd hate me just like they hate Donald Trump. President Trump. They would hate me just like him. Because I'm gonna shut the shop down. I'm gonna hold everybody accountable, including myself. I'm gonna take full responsibility. I want everybody to take full responsibility, just as I would myself. I'm not saying that, you guys, when I tell you, it is some of the nicest people. But like I said today, I'm so tired of the fact of the matter is, oh, well, she's nice. Oh, well, he's nice. I'm going to need you to do your job. I'm going to need you to go up and beyond every so often. Not every day, no shade, but I go above and beyond every day. I don't need no pat in the back. All I need is make sure the patient's okay and my damn paycheck is in my accounts, plural. That's all the confirmation I need. I don't need the doctor to tell me great job or a staff member to say, oh, thank you so much. I enjoy working with you. I hear this every day. I hear it every hour. And I know I may sound like a very negative individual, but I'm being so honest. I do not give a rat's ass about that. I find that it is my duty to come to work and to treat people with the most respect, to get through the day. That's why I don't even take breaks. And I know some people are like, okay, you're an idiot, you're crazy, you're this. Okay, yes, I intermediate fast. I'm watching what I eat and all that stuff, whatever. But even when I was eating like a freaking pig, I didn't take crazy lunch breaks. Or if I did go on break, I would come back within like 15 minutes. And people were like, you didn't take a full 30 minutes. You didn't take a full 35 or 45. Because I was in Portland, Maine, sometimes it would be like, we get like 45-minute lunch breaks. California, you get an hour. You got to take it to California. West Coast, as far as California, that's the only place where it's like I will disappear for an hour or 30 minutes because it's the law. All right. Now, places like Florida and here, like when I went to Texas and I was in Iowa, I just pretty much say I went to break, and then I never complain about it. This is not a stream, or any stream of that matter, where I'm complaining about me going to lunch. I've never complained about that ever in my life. I don't complain about. I don't. Y'all gotta realize, like I also assist. Like I'm not leaving the doctor's side. Like I'm not even kidding. If I'm passing in the case, I don't want, like, people was coming in. I'm like, I'm okay. I'm not gonna lie. They were two people did come in, offer me a break. I'm not going to break out of this case because already you have a frustrated doctor because he doesn't get a consistent team. You have it's frustration throughout the day because it's busy and everybody's trying to like push it right. These doctors are trying to go because they don't want to lose their flip room. Because at 3 o'clock is when you have a change of shift. And if you got people who don't want, that's not going to volunteer and stay late, that doctor can't have that flip room. So it was all types of crazy. That's pretty much what ended up happening with the doctor that I was with today. Who is like, I enjoy working with him. I'm telling you, I love what I do I just don't like doing it with some people. You get what I'm saying? I don't like to be in a room with certain folks. I don't like to be around certain people, and that's just the guy honest truth. Like I can tolerate whatever, but I don't. I want to be with the A team. You ever thought to yourself like, my right hand guy, y'all? I wish I could get my instructors online. They tell you purposely. They knew I couldn't stand group activities. I couldn't stand it. I could not stand it. I didn't want to do anything group wise because no shade to anybody that I was in a group with, but I just knew that nobody is going to apply themselves like I apply myself. Now, granted, maybe somebody else probably thinking the same thing about them, but that's just what it is. I know that I'm gonna, like, I'm a perfectionist. I'm gonna try to, I'm gonna make sure to dot all my I's, cross all my T's, and not, I'm not gonna cut corners. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. So what ended up happening is, 2:30 rolls around. I'm scrubbing this. I scrub like 4 cases a day. 4 heavy cases. Three total joints. Well, 4 total joints. Did a total shoulder and 3 total knees. Total shoulder and 3 total knees. And I first scrubbed all of them. Y'all, I'm not complaining about scrubbing. I'll scrub 5 more. Hell, I'll scrub 10, whatever. But I need a team effort. I need people to work as a team. Now, what ended up happening is 2:30 rolls around. Charles nurse comes in the room, says, Dr. So-and-so, you're losing your flip room. Because at 3 o'clock, there's a change of shift. And some people aren't going to stay. And we don't have enough people to do the cases. You don't have enough staff to do the cases that you already put on weeks and weeks and weeks in advance. Okay? Now you know this during the day as well. So here's my deal. I understand some patients are getting here early and stuff. Okay, maybe do theirs. But the patients that are scheduled to come in a little later, maybe like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock even, go ahead and cancel them. Go ahead and reschedule them. I'm sorry to say, but my deal is this. I find it's safer to go ahead and do that, to go ahead and cancel those cases, versus having a frustrated surgeon, a discombobulated, very tired team. Now, I'm not trying to be funny and stuff. Like, I'm always going to show up in the OR. I'm always going to show up. I'm always going to give it 110%. Like I'm not, when I say I'm physically tired now, yes, I'm tired, but when I'm scrubbing the case, and I thank God for this, it's like something comes over me, and hell, I don't know, I become a Power Ranger. Like, I have the energy, like I'm tuned, I'm focused, and that's what y'all gotta, I'm a roller coaster, y'all know that, but this is what I don't like, because the doctor was like, oh my gosh, he kept saying this. He's like, I could have asked 10 other people to give me this tonsil, give me this snit, and it would have taken them like 15 seconds. You have everything in your hand, Terrence. Great job. And I'm in my mind like, please, I don't care for your verbal praises. I know that sounds like I'm being an ass, but I just don't care. I want to get you what you need. And I want you to get out here and go to your next room. And I want to, I mean, you guys, I was turning over like crazy today, and I want to just keep the cases rolling. I'm not trying to put, like, I know one of the managers said, Terrence, you put too much on your plate. No, you guys don't have enough on your plate. Your plate is empty. You need more Rotel, like my ass right now, because this Rotel is snapping. But you need more on your plate. And I'm not gonna sit up here and say that because yeah, I have a lot on my plate that it doesn't stress me out. Yeah, but y'all need more on your plate. That's the problem. Because you're doing bare minimum. Now what ended up happening? So she comes in 2:30. Oh, well, Dr. So you're losing your flip rooms. We don't have enough staff. And Terrence, like when it gets to be like 10 to 3, just break scrub. Ma'am, what'd you say? And leave. Huh? Because you don't have relief. You don't have anybody to come and relieve me. You guys. Now I know the charge, she's only doing what she can do, and I get that. But I would never in my life, ever in my life, ever have I done this where I have walked out on a patient. I mean, it almost brings tears to my eyes because I'm like, man, no, I can't do that. And I would never, and I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I made sure that patient, I made sure I finished that case. I helped position the patient. I helped transfer the patient back to the OR stretcher, back to the stretcher from the OR table, and I made sure that patient left and made it to recovery. Y'all, I gotta sleep at night, and I'm telling y'all, this is before my mom was diagnosed with cancer. It's obviously way before she passed away. When I was 19, working in the hospital, like working on payroll, like in the surgery, I've always had that mindset. That's like, of course, you know, my dad's alive. My dad's alive and well. I talked to him for like an hour yesterday. Had a great conversation with my dad. But I've always thought, okay, that's like my mom on the table. And I treat everybody like I treated my mom. I'm telling y'all, I treated my mom like the queen she was, honest to God. Like I wanted to make sure that, I don't know, it's like I can't prove things, but I'm telling you guys, like, I just was that protect son, the protective kid, you know, just, I want to make sure everything is good. You know, when my dad would, like, he raised his voice, whatever, I was in my dad's face. Like, I remember like at 7 or 8, you know. I was so protective of her. So, I'm so protective of my patients. That may sound weird or strange, but you guys, I don't know these people, but this is somebody's loved one. This is somebody's mama, brother, sister, cousin, friend, uncle, whoever. This is someone to somebody. I don't care. We've had a homeless patient come in. I've worked a lot in places where there's a big homeless community, a homeless population, if you will. People may say, well, yeah, one woman was like, oh yeah, they have no family. I said, well, should they do? I said, God, these people, now I'm in a Catholic hospital, St. Joseph to be exact. These people look at me like I had two extra eyes in my forehead. And I'm like, that's true. Like they do have God. And if you want to be like critical or like to the point, like God is who brought them to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Like, these things just don't happen. This ain't just a coincidence. Like everything in life happens for a reason. And I feel like no matter how bad or what you've done or who you are, there God loves everyone. That's how I look at it. Now, I can't say that I love everyone, okay, but I don't hate nobody. But my point, I'm making a point of this is to say, you know, just be have some compassion and realize like, okay, with what you're asking me, I know it's a tough job. I get it. Supervisor, charge, director, manager, all that. But you realize like you guys are dropping the ball, and I'm being so honest when I say this. You're dropping the ball because you can't go around to room and say, okay, well when 5 o'clock comes, or when 3 o'clock comes, or 7 o'clock comes, just break out, just leave. And there's a patient still on the table. There's a case still not completely done. And then think about if I would have left that room, you would have had the nurse, anesthesia, and the PA. That's it. 3 people to position to transfer a patient who's over 300 pounds, bigger than me. I don't care if the patient was 100 pounds soaking wet, but you need to have 4 people. You supposed to have 4 people when you're moving a patient. That's the law. That's the law. Do you realize how many people have injured their backs, have injured themselves trying to move patients from one place to another? It's rough. So that in itself, is wrong, right? So that happens a lot. Not just here, it's happened in a lot of places where, because people gotta go. I get it. Like some folks gotta go pick up their kids from daycare. I don't have any children. But I'll tell you like this. Lord is my witness, and I know my mom, she was alive. There were times where, she'd work, and she worked in healthcare and all that with child care and healthcare. And there are times my dad as well. Like now my dad didn't work in the medical, but my dad, mechanic, had his own business and all that. But there were times when we were in, I remember Hunt, like 5th and 6th grade, Hunt Intermediate. I remember junior high, 7th, 8th grade. We were waiting for our parents to come pick us up. Sometimes, my point is sometimes that what you have on is important. Not to say that we're not important. All I'm saying is sometimes you just have to wait. And we knew that even at a young age. So I get some people got to go, but y'all, you got to think about this. I mean, this is sad. Now, I feel like the hospital, in my opinion, and I know people are going to be like, what are you talking about, Terrence? But I do think in a sense they are failing people because these people shouldn't be obligated to stay. They shouldn't feel bad about having to leave when it's their time. And I'm just saying, for me, I can only speak for Terrence. I'm gonna sleep good because you know what? I didn't leave that patient with unattended or with not or I didn't leave my team. Now I'm not gonna lie, it's been times since I've been here where the people, oh, are you, am I okay to go? And I'm on my mind like, well, I'm not gonna say no because you're supposed to leave now, but of course, like, we need you. But again, if you look at it from a contractual agreement, they're supposed to be gone by so and so time. I wish y'all could be on fly on the wall. I'm not dissing this hospital. I'm not trying to diss healthcare. I'm not dissing medicine. I'm not dissing people. But when I tell you, again, what is the theme? I feel like the theme word or the thing that I keep talking about, I'm becoming more and more discouraged. Like, I'm serious. Like, I can't stress to people, I can't stress to you all how important it is to be an advocate for patients, and how important it is to know that, okay, that is not okay to just up and leave or go, even though, okay, charge management is saying, okay, just go. Well, how about you incorporate yourself in this room? Or how about you knowing that it was going to potentially be this chaotic? This case probably should have been postponed. The cases that you guys added on probably should never been added on unless it's an emergency. And it just, I'm telling you guys, like, it's just, I don't know. The communication, there's a communication meltdown in so many places, and I get people saying, well, Terrence, well, this is the healthcare system. And I heard that Health Park and this hospital, you think this hospital is bad, but it's way worse. Yes, I've seen it. I've traveled to 32 states. I've been in over 60 ORs. I know that there is a lot worse. I know. But I was, like, as I was telling one of the my coworkers, I said, but you guys realize you're spiraling into that much worse category. So it's not as bad now, but you need to fix those things that are happening right now, so you can avoid like long term for it becoming one of those places, the bad place. Why aren't people doing that? Like I keep telling, I think this is what I've been talking about lately too. You have to change what you're doing now. You have to change what you're doing now in your life in order to see a different outcome in your future life. If you continue to do the same things, you're gonna get the same results. Nothing is gonna change. And I guess what's so strange is, why is that hard to believe? It's nothing. I know some people math wasn't it's not their subject. It's not their cup of tea. But this is not even basic math. It has to do with math. It's not even really common sense. It's just fact. How are we going to change if we're doing the same things? So somebody, earlier was like, well, what are your suggestions? I said, sit these doctors down, because I can tell you one thing is happening here at the hospital. A lot of hospitals, doctors, just like today, this surgeon I'm working with, oh, I gotta get done because you're leaving at 3, right? And I don't know who else comes. I'm like, I didn't say anything, but in my mind, I'm like, okay, I get it. Sometimes when you get that relief, the people, that's why I don't take a lunch break. I ain't gonna lie. So maybe I am contradicting myself, because I don't take lunch breaks. I don't want nobody coming in and give me no lunch break and setting my room up, and I come back to a catastrophe, something that is horrible. Like I can't function. And then that part is dangerous. It's scary because there's a patient on the table. You guys realize we're not talking about cadaver labs. These are live people, okay? I've been in a few cadaver labs. I've worked where I've operated on pigs, when I was in not PA school, and I was in first assist school. Pigs and guinea pigs and frogs, and doing certain things, surgically and stuff. But when I've gone to some of the, like, the in-services and the seminars and stuff, we were able to drill into bones, but those were cadavers. Those were people who donated their body to science. I work in the operating room, okay? So people come in, they're alive, and their families and themselves very much so want them to leave the OR alive, okay? So we need to do everything in our power to make sure that happens. All right. Now, Lord is my witness. I'm not God, but I know I'm going to give 110% of my time and of my efforts. And I'm not saying that everybody else ain't doing that, but I just think that it can be better teamwork, better communication. And again, if you change the way you communicate it, if you change that right, if you change the certain situations, the dynamics of what's happening now, it's gonna make for a better future. So if we knew today was crazy busy, because Mondays are always busy, and we knew there was a potential, a possibility, potentially that there are people that's gonna call into work. Well, why not? We're in a healthcare system. I also want to make sure you guys understand that a healthcare system, so you have Lee Health, which is a plethora of other hospitals within Lee Health. Of Lee Health, which has a plethora of hospitals, just like Baycare, just like HCA facilities, the Kaisers. There are multiple facilities within this healthcare organization, this healthcare system. We're not just talking about, okay, let me name a hospital I've been to. For instance, I was in Carroll, Iowa, at St. Joseph Hospital. That's one entity. It's not. It doesn't have a sister hospital. It's a small community critical access facility. It's not tied in with anything else, and you only have a certain amount of doctors that work there. Small community, small town, racist ass town, racist community. Just keeping it real. But my point is, that's not like a big organization. We're not talking about Lee Health, the organization I work with now. We're not talking about, your Kaisers, your John Hopkins. We're not talking about, HCA, Baycare facilities. Um, we're just talking about a small, small little hospital. So I can understand that, okay, when things hit the fan, they just hit the fan. But when things hit the fan here, listen now, you guys gotta realize you can look, if it's not busy at this hospital, they can actually, and this is within my contract, they can say, hey, Terrence, we need you to go to Health Park. We need you to go to Coconut Point. We need you to go to this hospital. Within the healthcare system, I can go to any Lee Health affiliated, hospital. So when you know it's going to be busy, why wouldn't you? And I don't care if people call in or not. Have people potentially come to the hospital, even if you have to turn them away after an hour or 2 hours. But it's best to have more hands on deck than fewer hands. So I think that's something that's going on. I'm like, my head, am I the only one that gets this? I don't know. But then I get it. Also, I think what it boils down to is money, because people want to make money. Lord knows I do as well. So you want to make sure that when you do have to ask these people, can you stay late? Can you come in on your day off? Could you, or I know you're off at this hospital, but we need help at this hospital. You're gonna have to. It needs to be some incentive pay. It needs to be some bonuses. It needs to be something to make it worth their while. You doggone right. Yes, it's a beauty. It's a blessing to be able to help and save lives. And I'm gonna be honest. I love to do it, but I don't love to do it for free. You out of your damn mind. Oh, I want to do this free. Says no person, no medical professional ever. I can hit the damn lottery today. I'm still, if I go to work tomorrow, you better pay me every damn penny. I'm speaking for Terrence. I ain't speaking for nobody else. I'm speaking for me. You gonna pay me every penny. I don't care if I hit for 500 million. You gonna pay my ass every penny that I worked. Now, with all that being said, it's not all about money, and that's something that I'm seeing going on too. I feel like it's like, okay, well, I'm trying to come here, get my 40 and go, make this money, whatever, whatever. But then I'm like, okay, well, so and so, man, like we busy. And I'm seeing it even today when I went into the classroom real quick to check where I'm at tomorrow for as my my assignments. And I'm like, I see two people. Now I know I ain't lying, y'all. My mama popped in my head. She said, "Boy, mind your business." And I said, "Yes, ma'am." I'm telling you, I mind my business. I ain't say I'm talking to y'all. I ain't bring nothing. I ain't go back to the charge. I didn't speak. I didn't say nothing out of the way to them. But I'm just in my head like, well, where have y'all been? I hear turnover room 3, third request. Well, where the hell is everybody? Where were you guys then? Again, I have to mind my business, but that's what we're falling into. We're falling into a pattern of people not applying themselves. And then what ends up happening, you have a day like today where it's chaos, which has been chaotic anyway. Surgery in itself is chaotic. It's one of the most stressful jobs that you can ever, stressful careers you can ever have. I get that. You guys, this is not something that I have not seen. What I don't understand is, well, why are we revisiting the same situation over and over again? You know what needs to be done, so do it. Get the people in here. Get the help that you need in here and get the job done. And this is the deal too. Now this is when I've dug a hole for myself because through the years and even at this place, people know, oh, Terrence will stay late. Oh, he'll, I like to alleviate pain. And I think as someone who has traveled for so many years and go to so many different places, I think I even put that on my resume. That's in my objective. Literally, I have in my objective. It's like I'm do a little brief thing about I'm a certified first assist. I'm a certified surgical technologist. I'm a certified sterile processing technologist. And I enjoy traveling. And when I go to these organizations and these hospitals, it like I have it to the liking. I think it's like it pleases me to alleviate the pain, apply what I know, and learn what I don't. And I think I would be an incredible asset, to your facility. Like that's my objective in my resume. It's really, really nicely put. I'm trying to I'm not reading. I don't know verbatim, but like that's what it is. It's like a nice little paragraph, not overwhelming, not overbearing, not overpowerful, but it's short and it's sweet and it's to the point, and it kicks. It will people. I've had hospitals, tell me, oh wow, that was such an awesome objective. Wow, like they didn't even look at the other stuff they said. They didn't even look at the other things on the resume. They just love the fact that I said that in the objective. Now, I'm not telling. I ain't no resume expert. I'm just saying when I speak from the heart. And Lord is my witness. When I get to these places, they see that damn, he just wasn't talking. He walking the walk. He talking it, but he walking it. Like I will stay late. I will be the first one there. I'll be the last one leaving. I promise you, you won't hear nothing out of me. But when you will start to hear things is when you're giving me way more work than maybe, Tom, Larry, Michelle, and Robin. You're giving me way more work than them, and you're giving me less help because oh wow, he gets it done. He can do it. Well, chosen one or not, don't put me in a position where it's way more difficult. I'm not trying to say it if the position needs to be super easy, but if somebody is having an easier day or it's not really much going on, I just feel like it needs to be a respected balance. Okay, it has to be like the doctor I work with today says something that really hit me. so I've been working with him a little bit more consistent, and I like that. But what sucks is when we have someone else in the room that really don't even know how the person looks, that never been here for years. And I'm not shading this person. I'm not shading people who are in that situation, but they've been here for years. I've been here for 5 months, and I know how every orthopedic surgeon knows Terrence. And not even trying to sound like a pompous ass, but every surgeon that I've came across knows me. And sometimes I'm going to the room, I'm like, do I even know you? But they know me. So I don't know what to say. Maybe okay, I'm bigger. I'm a bigger guy. I've lost a little bit of weight, but I'm big, so maybe hey, they recognize this big black guy. Ain't too many big black guys that work at this hospital, so maybe that's what it is. But I would like to think that it's my work ethic. I would like to think that it's the fact that I get into these rooms and I don't shy away from anything. I try to tackle everything. Like I said, apply what I know and learn what I don't. And I promise you, if people have that mindset, not just surgery, but the world will be a better place. I personally feel like no, everybody can't do everything. I get it. Like I can't be. I ain't trying to be funny, but I don't think I could be like a firefighter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I train hard enough, I probably could be. But I'm just saying, like that's not really where I'm at. Now I can definitely do paramedic hill. I've done that, to be honest. But I'm just saying, like there are some things that you just we not to say I shouldn't even say that we can't. It's just some things that just suit people better. I get it. So this is follow me now. This is where I'm going. So I get it. Hospital is for ortho. A lot of people don't do ortho. There's neuro, there's ortho. Let me break down the specialty. There's neuro, ortho, it's some CV. So CV is cardiovascular. There used to be a lot of urology, and it's not a whole lot now, but more is coming back, and they're gonna get more in the upcoming years, and that part is exciting because I love urology. There's lots of general. There's that's quite a bit of ENT. So urology, ENT, general, ortho, neuro. Did I say general? So pretty much you have anywhere. Let's just say this: any given day, you probably have 4 to 7 specialties. You guys, there's other specialties. You have your vascular, open heart. You have your thoracics. You have like heavy oncology, OBGYN, plastics, bariatrics. You have a plethora of other specialties, and I'm just saying, like, that's not really what's going on here. Trauma, and trauma was taken away and given to another facility. So the trauma was taken away, and then more ortho came. That's fine, but you need to make sure you cross train these people. And here's the deal. That's why I say, like President Trump, like I'm telling you, people would just not like if how I would probably run things. Because I'd say if they have a problem with, so you go to school, and I'm just speaking for surgical technology. I ain't speaking for no of the specialty. I ain't speaking for the doctors. I ain't speaking for the PAs, those practitioners, for the LPNs, for the RNs, RNFAs. I'm only speaking about the surgical technologists, the certified surgical technologists, and the certified first assist. Let me say that. So I'm speaking about myself, like what my job, title is, my description, what it entails. So I'm speaking about me. If I say, oh, I don't do that, or I'm not going to do that, well, I don't need to be at that hospital. Nobody's going to know every single thing, but you better believe it. As a surgical technologist, you need to be well-rounded. Okay, you need to be well-rounded. Again, remind you, this is not a teaching facility. This isn't level 1. This isn't yes, I precept, yes, I teach, yes, people teach, but this is not like a bona fide, teaching facility like your Grady's in Atlanta, Georgia, your Ruber Memorial in Morgantown, West Virginia, some of the John Hopkins, your level 1s, okay, Maine Medical in Portland, Maine, level 1 hospital. That's a teaching facility. So you got a plethora of students, a plethora of residents, fellows, medical students. You got like maybe 12 people scrubbing into a case because it's a learning experience for everyone. Everybody has to learn. Lord knows, I ain't know nothing years and years and years ago. I didn't know what I knew, what I know now. But I applied myself, and I didn't turn down anything. And shout out to my instructors, Miss Shirley and Miss Pilgrim. They told me, Terrence, be a sponge. Soak up everything. And I'm telling you guys, like, what, 19 years into this, I'm doing the same. I'm still doing that. And it's just discouraging when you see, literally, how many times have I been told, like, last week, oh my gosh, Terrence, you care too much. You need to desensitize yourself. You worry too much. You're too invested. Nothing's gonna change. You stress yourself out by caring so much. Well, how do you not, like? I'm confused. So I feel like I feel like I am a I feel like I keep repeating myself. Like it's so stressful. Let me get to the comments. I know a lot of people probably commenting. Okay, Michael, I know you messaged. You said that's why I don't take a supervisor's position. It's not worth it, even though the pay is more. It's more responsibility, more BS, more politics. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Michael. And that's why it's not for everybody. And that's the deal too. It's not for everybody. But I do feel like if you take that position and you want to be in that position, okay, yeah, you're given this beautiful office, but you should barely be in that damn office, in my opinion. Or it should be something where you're in that office after everybody else go. I'm just keeping it real. Let me tell you, I think the management does like payroll like Tuesdays or whatever. Close your door, baby. Close your door and don't look and pretend that if somebody knock, ain't nobody home. Cause baby, we got to get our money. That is one time where I feel like there shouldn't be any interruptions. Where I feel like I don't need to see the sclera, which are the white parts of your eye, the sclera. I don't need to see your scleras. It's okay. Close the door, cause you making sure that everybody paid is where it needs to be. You putting all the times in, all the codes. So I ain't mad at you. But when it's not that, when it's not a critical thing like that, sitting in your office on your phone. Now again, I have to mind my business, but in life, you guys gotta, right? You agree with this, right? It's perspective. All right. If I see you on your phone constantly, I don't think that you're on your phone Googling, how can I run the OR better? Or what is the ARRN standard for this, the standard of care? Or what's the medical this? You ain't looking at that. You looking at personal things. You probably socializing with your husband, your wife, your kids, this, that. Things that do not pertain to the OR, to surgery, to your job. And that may come off as cruel, right? Well, Terrence, that's just mean. Well, I'm sorry, but that's a distraction. That's a distraction. It is very much so a distraction. That's why I say people will never understand. Like, you may think that I'm on my phone a whole lot. You have no idea. It's very seldom that I'm on my phone, especially in the OR. And if I'm doing a show or if I'm showing certain things, it's for me to document. It's for me actually to. It's like I'm showing, and I'm trying to encourage people to get into the medical field, and you guys can do this. Anybody can do it if you put your mind to it. But I don't like to sugarcoat nothing. Like, it's not for everybody, and it's pros and cons and everything that you do in life. It is, and obviously in the OR as well. But I think that it's a great opportunity, and I love social media for that, because it's a great opportunity for you to see certain things and get to know, and maybe people probably want a career change, and it's a great way to see that. But at the same time, all I'm saying is really show up to work and work. I don't care what position you are in. I don't care how high you are up on that ladder. Work. When I saw a doctor today, I was rolling my case card out to the decontam, And this doctor, he reminded me of Dr. Perot. And Dr. Perot is in Jackson, Michigan. He works at Allegiance Health. When I tell you this doctor, oh my gosh, y'all, and I've worked, I can count on only one hand where doctors are, they're in the room early, they're positioning, they're turning over, they're taking the stretcher out. You guys, they're doing things that the housekeeping and the ORAs and the orderlies and you know, certain assistants, like even myself, they're doing that. They're doing what they're doing. They're mopping right alongside me. They're cleaning up. A surgeon. Like there are doctors out there that actually do that. Do you realize, 3 o'clock and come around, 5 o'clock and come around, everybody gonna volunteer to stay in the room like that. Everybody gonna stay and they gonna volunteer to stay in that doctor's room. Cause that doctor applies himself, his or herself, and they don't look at themselves as someone who is richer or bigger, even though they probably make $500,000, $600,000 versus, somebody who's making 100,000 to 200,000 a year. They don't look at that. They are a part of the team, and they prove it by their work ethic. Imagine if everybody did that. Yeah, these doctors are like, and I think the surgeon that I work with today, for the most part, is someone like that. He's like, I don't want to lose my flip room. I could do this by myself. And in my mind, I'm like, you cannot do the case by yourself. But that just shows you how serious he is and how, that shows you how dedicated he is to his craft, to his work. He really goes above and beyond, as I feel like everybody should, especially the surgeons. But he cares, and that's why I said I'm not. It ain't just because of him, but I wouldn't leave. I don't care if it's the shittiest surgeon. I'm not gonna leave just when that clock hits 3 o'clock. Oh, I go. No, this isn't Cinderella. I'm not turning into I don't know, the horse carriage thing, turning back to a pump line. No, this isn't make believe. This isn't science fiction. This is someone's life, and they deserve to have a full team as long as they're in this operating room. And I'm gonna make sure, if I'm the person that, if I can be that common denominator, if I'm the person that, Terrence, you go, but it's only going to be 3 people in here. Well, I'm not going to go. Now, I can't speak for everybody else. I'm just saying I'm not going to do that. That's why I'm like, I cannot believe that this happened. And this ain't the first time. I'm not just trying to say here, but a lot of places, this has happened a lot of places to me where I'm like, why don't y'all plan better? Why don't y'all plan for these occasions? Like tomorrow is busy, but it's not as busy as today. And I bet you money, it's going to be a plethora of people who's going to be out of the room and free. Well, why wasn't that the case today? Now, again, the Super Bowl, people drink. They drinked all last night. They party. Okay, I kind of party, but I ain't drink. I was up late, you know what I'm saying? But I was at work super early. I applied myself. Why can't you apply yourself? I'm confused. But also, if you know that's something that people do, because I've been to certain places where folks take their football, their basketball, all that stuff serious, and they won't come to work the next day or whatever, or the Black Fridays. That's kind of notorious in some of these hospitals where you have to work that Friday. Some people just won't go because they want to go shopping. They want to get the savings. And they want to go get their Christmas shop out of the way, and they want to, and they will not go to work. To each his own. But if you know that's the place where you're at, and it's very consistent through the years, well, plan accordingly. Make sure to have some extra staff available, because it's burning people out. The people who stay all the time, and the people who, actually really do care, it burns you out. You're like, because I don't know. I don't know how I could have just walked out. Even though I was given the okay, how is it okay? Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, was that patient okay? Did they code after I left? Like, did they need, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so scary, you guys. It's scary. It's scary. I'm not trying to sit up here and bash the facility or bash the people within it. This is me. This is my truth. And these things we've got to bring awareness to it, and these things should stop. And I think, unfortunately, I think what's going to end up, what needs to happen is, okay, well, the doctor probably can't put on as many cases, or it may get to a point where if you can't do this many cases at this time, or you're gonna have to cancel or whatever. Like, it's just it, and I just know for a fact, I get it. Everybody keeps telling me this, and I know firsthand. The OR is a money making machine. The OR, you have a cell, right? You have the cell, and the OR is the mitochondria. So they're the powerhouse of this cell. The powerhouse. One of the most important parts, you know, so you get pretty much they're the mitochondria. They're one of the most and the one of the most like, uh one of the most like important things of a hospital is surgery, because we're bringing the most money in, and money does talk, and I get that, but it's like, at one point, when is it going to be okay? Well, yeah, money is great, and we all need money, but the patient it exceeds that. We have to make sure we're doing everything right by the patient. And I just feel like sometimes, that's not the case. And it's not trying. I'm not bashing here. I'm being honest. Like, I wouldn't have felt okay just walking out. Thank you so much, and oh my gosh, you don't even want to play tennis. That's how you know your body overrun and needs rest. Yes, and I can't. I can't. And I was asked to come play, but I can't, because I'm telling y'all, like, me, I like to play. I like to go hard, and I know I'm not gonna be able to go hard on that court. And what time is it? It's 5:47. I don't know. Like, I probably, I was showering and all that stuff, relaxed, and I don't know, maybe around like 8, 9, I'm like, oh, I tap into some more energy. Maybe I'll go to the court and serve or something. I need to get on the court, not just to get a workout in. I need to, it's a great stress reliever, But yeah, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. You know what helped me? Testosterone replacement therapy injection give me my energy back. I'm being honest. Oh, Michael, I don't, not trying to be funny, but I definitely don't think that's, like, I don't, no, that's not what it is. For me, I know for a fact. So let me just put it into perspective. Okay, so before I was here, I was in Iowa. And y'all know some things went down in Iowa, but I would always do like, easily, I do like 60, 70 hours every week. It is, and I think, now that I think, I know for a fact, the last 2 weeks, like I said, this week is payday, but the last 2 weeks, I busted. I mean, I know I was on call, I took call, I stayed late. Like, there were times I'm coming in, it is dark, and I'm leaving, and it's dark. And even, you can even see with my YouTube, I haven't done as much. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm physically so tired, but also I'm running out of hours. I gotta come back to work. It's almost like, man, let me just spend the night here at the hospital. And I've done that a lot of times. Not here yet, but I've done that so many times in Maine, ain't even funny. I'd stay the night. I'd spend the night because I would have to be right back. Sometimes I'm doing 18, 19 hours. There's 24 hours in a day. There's 24 hours in a day. You got to think about, okay, well, if you call some family and friends, let's just give that an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. If you worked 18, 19 hours and you do two, just for to talk to people, just to have a little woosah moment. Now you're up to 21. Okay, they say you need to get, they say you should get 6 to 8 hours of sleep, but you only left with 3 hours until you got to be back at work. That's what I'm saying. It's like you feel like it's not enough days, it's not enough hours in a day. But when you're doing, and I'm not trying to power trip with people in their occupations and their careers, but certain careers, like you feel like you really feel like, okay, oh my gosh, like I'm not wasting time, and I feel like I don't have time. I really feel like that, you know. Now, yeah, today wasn't like an 18, 19 hour day, but it also, what did the day entail? How many cases did I work? What was the stress level like? So when you're in dealing with so much stress and seeing people that just kind of like they're moving like a tortoise, and I'm not trying to say okay move like okay Speedy Gonzalez and harm yourself. All I'm saying is, well, you the same person that I see like speed running to the to the time clock. You the same person? Cause you look like you know just oh Winnie the Pooh, oh Pooh, you know, I'm just keeping it real. But then when that time you to go, you change like it's like you like Jim Carrey in The Mask. It's like you just turn around and you gone. Like seriously, speed runner, and I'll be like, what the what? It shows you. That's what I'm saying. Like if it's something, if you have, if it something in the finish line, you see, okay, guys, I am so sorry. I'm gonna have to go. I apologize. I will talk to y'all later. Okay. I got an important phone call I gotta take. Thank you so much for understanding.